Superheroes. Everybody considers them to be paragons of good. When you conjure an image in your mind of the quintessential superhero, you probably see Superman or Captain America or somebody like that. And they're just as likely to be stopping an alien invasion as they are to be saving a cat from a tree to help out an old lady, right? And that was true for most of the lifespan of the superhero. But at some point, we started to get edgier and darker. We started to get superheroes who don't look like the superheroes of old. I'm talking about characters like the Punisher and Wolverine who don't play by the same rules and have made people think about superheroes in a different way, making characters like Superman and Captain America look a little hokey, maybe not as interesting. Should characters like Batman just put an end to their enemies like the Punisher would or Wolverine would? Should Batman just finally put a freaking bullet through the head of the Joker? Should superheroes be willing to kill their enemies? Is it a moral failing for them not to?
Cale, before we recorded, said he had an interesting take on this, so I'll just go with my take first.
Okay.
Um, I say a big ol'. It depends. I think the characters like Batman and Superman and Captain America shouldn't. I think when there's characters that are created to be these beacons and ideas of either justice, truth, or hope, like bigger, happier ideas like that, and they're genesis and they're created like that, they shouldn't kill to maintain that. I think if you take someone like Superman and he kills someone, then it kind of deflates from that. And I think the trouble of having to find the solution without killing someone is part of the intrigue that comes from storytelling. Because killing someone is the easy route. Whipping out a gun in D&D would probably be great, but you can't. um, that seems like just an easy way out. So a lot of the I guess plot and a lot of the character growth and kind of play on who characters are comes from having to adhere to these morals and not be those characters. And then I think because that becomes something like that, you can have great Elseworld stories where they do that. They can have a one shot where Batman kills someone or like injustice exists. So I think it also lends itself when you get to actually tell the other story when it's not the main story.
I guess my issue with your take, and I can see what you mean with characters like Superman specifically, but characters like Batman and even Captain America to a degree, are based on very specific pulp heroes. You know, Batman is almost almost 1-to-1 with the exception of a bat, the Shadow. And the Shadow's mowing down guys left and right. And adventure pulps were all about just, having an adventure using a gun and then going off with the hot lady.
And presumably Captain America killed people in World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically with Captain America, I'm thinking of war comics. I think there may be a degree of moral failing. In most cases, I would say the people that the Batman deals with uh don't deserve to uh be killed for their crimes or whatever. But then you have to consider the Joker of the conversation, right? Um this dude is a mass murderer. Um and like like every almost every appearance, easily conservatively since the 80s, he's killed busloads of people. And I just I think that uh Batman is doing those people a disservice by just locking him up. We just did the Dark Side War, and the Flash is possessed by Death, the Black Racer, and he kills Darkseid. And he goes, "Oh no, did I kill Darkseid?" And the four of us went, "Yeah, big deal." Because Darkseid is a torturer, he's a fascist dictator, and I would go as far as to say a murderer, an all around bad dude. Who cares? I think at a certain point, I wonder if at a certain point we are, and this is a thought, this is a thought that I'm still mulling over as like a philosophical exercise. I wonder if we are being conditioned to not hurt people who have grievously wronged us. And I'm specifically thinking in cases of like Batman and the Joker. I would say, like, you know, I don't know how to make an equivalent of that in like the real world.
You get into like death penalty discussion.
Osama bin
Higher
Laden.
than that.
Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
Like, and I think that is like, in my mind, that is exactly where I was prepared to go. This is the exact conversation I was hoping we would end up having. If it were up to me and I was Batman, I would definitely have killed the Joker. If I were Captain America, I would have 100% killed the Red Skull. If I were Superman and I was in Man of Steel and Zod was using his eye beams to try to kill those kids, I would have snapped his neck. To me, there is nothing wrong with that. The difference between wanton murder and killing someone who deserves to die is a gulf. And I think the problem in superheroes specifically is their belief that they should not be the judge, jury, and executioner in those situations. That if they put themselves morally above the law by not submitting this person to natural human law, then they are determining that they themselves are above natural human law. And that would open up a can of worms for people like Batman, who believes in his mind that nothing separates him from the Joker other than murder, which is already ridiculous. But that being said, in real life, these fuckers gotta go. They gotta die.
And I agree with you in real life, but in comics, I want something different than real life. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Batman can't kill the Joker because we have to sell comics. Sure.
But I also want him to come up with a solution that maybe I can't come up with, or the average person cannot come up with.
But he has.
But and the next issue, how many people is he going to kill?
They usually put Joker away for at least 20 issues.
Wow. Oh my God.
He'll kill as many people.
A chance to move away.
He'll kill as many people in the time he's in prison.
I definitely think that it is a moral failing not to kill these people. At a certain point, it's just dumb. Darkseid shouldn't be alive. These fuckers resurrect themselves. Who even cares if you kill them? Darkseid didn't stay dead. My man became a baby.
Yep.
Who cares? If I'm the Flash, I'm not going to sit around and cry about the death of a person that enslaves planets worth of people.
So the more you talk about this, and the more you talk about it in universe, the more I agree with Amanda Waller. I'm like, absolute power, justified.
No, why? She's siding with and protecting the murderers. She is one of the murderers.
Well, she's taking away all power. She has a couple
except
people
the power of Brainiac
evil,
Queen.
Yeah, evil robots. Like,
it's her daughter. It's her daughter.
Yeah, I mean, if Batman existed in real life, I would not be a fan. I'm sure of it. I would not
Yeah.
if I would not like him because he doesn't go far enough. Police kill people who don't need to die all the time. You mean to tell me Batman can't just cut a Joker down?
And that, and we don't have to go here, but I'm going to pose the question, like, are you telling me Batman wouldn't go after those officers?
I think he would. I don't think he would
Yeah.
kill him.
Well, if it's Batman proper, no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't kill anyone, but he would go after people who did kill, no matter of which side they're on.
I don't think Batman should kill Poison Ivy. I don't think Batman
Yeah,
should like I'm not arguing that.
especially because
I
she's right.
well, I'm specifically talking about those of his villains who are mass murderers without an ounce of remorse, who don't
Yep.
care, who will
Yep.
do it again.
Yep. Joker, Zaz, Professor Pig.
Yeah,
The
they
Riddler
have
who just
no
wants to play
redeeming
games,
qualities.
just block him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying there should be gradients and degrees of where heroes need to draw that line, as opposed to just drawing a hard line.
Yeah.
Like Red Skull, that guy should have been dead. Well, I mean, he probably was dead multiple times, but
I'm not all the way sure why Captain America doesn't kill, other than that he is a character that exists in comics.
But-
Because he was in World War II, and I'm pretty sure that when he was throwing that shield around, it was cracking people in their necks, and you're dead.
he just maims and paralyzes.
My man had a first appearance where he was punching Hitler, and he wasn't shooting Hitler.
To be fair, I think this is why I like Bucky Cap a lot, because that guy just had a gun on him the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I'm Captain America, some of you guys have to die. Crossbones, Sin, Red Skull. I'm killing the whole family. You're gone.
And this is why we have Punisher logos on police cars in real life.
It isn't. Like, I mean, if you have a Punisher skull on your police vehicle, you've got serious problems.
Right, you have mental illness. And by the way, the Punisher kills people who should be dead. He doesn't kill innocent people. But like my argument against the Punisher is just collateral damage.
Yeah.
But in his purpose, I agree with his purpose. I'm not even a big fan of the character, but do I stand by what he stands by?
The Greg Rucka run actually deals with that. Somebody kind of walking in his footsteps, because they realize, well, comparatively to everyone else, he's kind of doing the right thing.
Yeah, Daredevil's always trying to moralize with the Punisher. Meanwhile, Bullseye's running a bill. Bullseye has killed more people than Daredevil has probably saved.
Here's why I like Daredevil. He's doing that so he can stay a lawyer and get more money.
All right.
Line your own pockets, Matt Murdock. Actually, he does it all pro bono. I'm lying.
Well, yeah, my stance is superheroes catch those bodies. Clean up the streets.
I'm real excited for these comments.
Hey, look, it's fine for people to disagree. I don't want to see Spider-Man killing anybody. I really don't. I think it's case by case, but at the same time, if you kill my girl, Green Goblin, I'm gonna get my lick back. And I don't care who comes after me.
Yeah.
I don't care about Captain America telling me I'm wrong. I don't care about any of that. I'm killing you.
And like, frankly, look at the Spider-Man game. My man was knocking people off skyscrapers. You telling me he's not one of those mass murderers?
Dude, there is a Superman game for the Sega Genesis where you literally fight on a rooftop. You grab humans. For some reason, he fights human goons. You grab them and you throw them off the roof. They're dead.
Even the Arkham games, it would do that. I think there was like a mechanic that would show they're not actually dead, like they're like battering to the side or hanging.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same with
yeah,
Spider-Man.
okay.
They're all webbed on the side. Yeah.
Agree, disagree, it's fine. And obviously we know these are comics, right? Like, please understand, you don't need to tell us, oh, it's just comics. Like, we get that. But if I'm any of them, I'm getting it done. And if I exist in a universe where they exist and they're not getting it done, that's going to turn me into the Joker. You let my whole family die, Batman. Are you gonna
Yeah.
take care of me now, Bruce?
And to add one more wrinkle to this, I know we're about to end, but is it worse to kill someone or more physically maim them so they can't even exist anymore? Because that's what Batman's doing. That's what, Spider-Man's got enhanced strength. Captain America's shield hits you in the neck the wrong way, you ain't walking. So what's the moral high ground, really?
I'm sure there's you know, an ethical superiority officer out there somewhere. I say morally it's more responsible to kill them. Get them out. Shut it down.
As far as I'm concerned, the kinds of acts that these people commit in the comics, and look, even in real life, like if there was a real Batman and he's going after people that people and all of that, murderers, I don't really care what condition they're in. To be honest with you, I really don't. I would never judge Batman for beating the shit out of one of those kinds of people to the point where they they eat through feeding tubes. I don't care. If that happens collaterally, then too bad for you. You shouldn't have done that. And
Oh,
you know
hard
what the
decision.
best part? You know what the best part about Batman is? The best part about Cap and Spider-Man? They're always right. They don't go after people who don't need to be gone after. They don't have the same. Bruce Wayne has the power of the United States. All cops. He has more power in those bat computers than they have. You can't get away with crime in a world that Bruce Wayne is looking for you. He's going to know you did it. There's no plausible deniability. You're getting your ass kicked, buddy, and
Yep.
you deserve it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.